Hello everyone and welcome to the lecture on Amazon FSx. So this lecture will contain all these topics. What is Amazon FSx? Amazon File Cache, High Speed File Processing. What is Amazon FSx for Windows File Server? What is Amazon FSx for Lustre? What is Amazon FSx for OpenZFS? And what is Amazon FSx for NetTap OnTap? So what is Amazon FSx? Amazon FSx simplifies the process of launching and running high performance file systems in the cloud, making it cost effective for users. So just remember, we have normal elastic file systems and S3 for block storage, but this one is FSx. This is for high speed performance computing. So this is specialized file systems and applications which require very high performance. In those cases, we will be using one of these types depending on our business requirements. With its reliability, security, scalability, and broad set of capabilities, Amazon FSx can support a diverse range of workloads. FSx ensures data reliability, provides robust security features, offers scalability to meet the demands of various applications. Users can choose from 4 widely used file systems, allowing them to select the most suitable option for their application needs. Amazon File Cache, a high-speed cache on AWS, simplifies file data processing regardless of data's storage location, enhancing overall performance. So those 4 file systems are, so these are industry leading. They are different depending on the customer and their different use cases. So it can be Lustre, NetApp, OnTap, OpenZFS or Windows File Server, and there is one more from Amazon itself, which is Amazon File Cache for file caching requirements. So first let's see Amazon File Cache, which is high-speed file processing. Amazon File Cache is a fully managed high-speed cache service provided by AWS, designed to process file data efficiently. It can process file data stored in on-premises file systems, AWS file systems, Amazon S3 buckets, regardless of the data's location. Amazon File Cache acts as a temporary high-performance storage location for the processed file data, enabling quick access and processing. It presents data from linked datasets as a unified set of files and directories, making dispersed datasets available to file-based applications on AWS with a single consolidated view. Amazon File Cache serves data in the cache at consistent high speeds with sub-millisecond latency, offering throughput up to hundreds of gigabytes per second and supporting millions of operations per second, accelerating workload completion times and optimizing compute resource consumption cost. The service automatically loads data into the cache when it is accessed for the first time and releases data when it is no longer in use, efficiently managing the cache content. Setting up a high-performance cache with Amazon File Cache is simple and can be done with just a few clicks in the AWS console, CLI or API. With Amazon File Cache, users don't need to worry about managing file servers, storage volumes, updating hardware, configuring software, capacity planning, or performance tuning, as the service automates these time-consuming administration tasks. Amazon File Cache is POSIX compliant, allowing users to utilize their existing Linux-based applications without any modifications. The service provides a native file system interface and functions like any other file system with Linux operating systems. Amazon File Cache ensures read after write consistency and supports file locking mechanisms for data integrity and synchronization. Okay, next let's see what is Amazon FSx for Windows File Server. So we are using Windows File Server, but Amazon FSx is providing a service for Windows File Server technology. Amazon FSx for Windows File Server provides fully managed Windows file servers backed by fully native Windows file system, enabling easy lift and shift of enterprise applications to the AWS cloud. Amazon FSx supports a broad set of enterprise Windows workloads with fully managed file storage built on Microsoft Windows Server. It has native support for Windows file system features and the industry-leading server message block SMB protocol for network file access. Amazon FSx is optimized for enterprise applications in the AWS cloud, offering native Windows compatibility, enterprise performance and features, and consistent sub-millisecond latencies. With file storage on Amazon FSx, the code, applications, and tools that Windows developers and administrators use today can continue to work unchanged. It supports various Windows applications and workloads, including business applications, home directories, web serving, content management, data analytics, software build setups, and media processing. As a fully managed service, FSx for Windows File Server eliminates the administrative overhead of setting up and provisioning file servers and storage volumes. Amazon FSx keeps Windows software up to date, detects and addresses hardware failures, and performs backups automatically. FSx for Windows File Server provides rich integration with other AWS services such as AWS IAM for access control, AWS Directory Service for Microsoft Active Directory, Amazon Workspaces for virtual desktops, AWS Key Management Service for encryption, and AWS CloudTrail for logging and monitoring. Okay, let's see Amazon FSx for Lusher. FSx for Lusher makes it simple and cost effective to launch and run the popular high-performance Lusher file system. Lusher is used for workloads where speed is crucial, such as machine learning, high-performance computing, HPC, video processing, and financial modeling. The open source Lusher file system is designed for applications that require fast storage, where you want your storage to keep up with your compute. Lusher provides sub-millisecond latencies, up to hundreds of Gbps of throughput, and up to millions of IOPS, making it suitable for the fastest computers in the world. As a fully managed service, Amazon FSx makes it easier to use Lusher for workloads where storage speed matters by eliminating the traditional complexity of setting up and managing Lusher file systems. FSx for Lusher enables you to spin up and run a battle-tested high-performance file systems in minutes. FSx for Lusher provides multiple deployment options, allowing you to optimize cost based on your specific needs. FSx for Lusher is POSIX compliant, so you can use your current Linux-based application without having to make any modifications. FSx for Lusher provides a native file system interface and works like any file system does with your Linux operating system. And FSx for Lusher ensures read after write consistency and supports file locking for data integrity and synchronization. So a lot of features will match between all the different file systems. So I'm sorry if there is a bit of repetition, but I just want to make sure that all the features are covered. Okay, next is what is Amazon FSx for OpenZFS or OpenZFS. Amazon FSx for OpenZFS makes it easy to move data to AWS from on-premises ZFS or other Linux-based file servers without changing your application code or how you manage data. FSx for OpenZFS offers highly reliable, scalable performance and feature-rich file storage built on the open source OpenZFS file system. It combines the capabilities of OpenZFS with the agility, scalability, and simplicity of a fully managed AWS service. Amazon FSx for OpenZFS file systems are broadly accessible from Linux, Windows, and Mac OS compute instances and containers also using the industry standard NFS protocol, which is v3, v4.0, v4.1, and v4.2. And this is also powered by the latest AWS compute, disk, and networking technologies, including AWS Scalable Reliable Datagram Networking with AWS Nitro system, Amazon FSx for OpenZFS delivers up to 2 million IOPS input outputs with latencies of hundreds of microseconds. With complete support for OpenZFS features like instant point-in-time snapshots and data cloning, FSx for OpenZFS makes it easy for you to replace your on-premises file servers with AWS storage that provides familiar file system capabilities. By combining the power of OpenZFS data management capabilities with high performance and cost efficiency of latest AWS technologies, FSx for OpenZFS enable you to build and run high performance data intensive applications. And as a fully managed service, FSx for OpenZFS makes it easy to launch, run and scale fully managed file systems on AWS that replace the file servers you run on premises. You no longer have to worry about setting up and provisioning file servers and storage volumes, replicating data, installing and patching file server software, detecting and addressing hardware failures, or manually performing backups. FSx for OpenZFS helps provide better agility and lower cost compared to running file servers on premises. And FSx for OpenZFS also provides rich integration with other AWS services such as AWS Identity and Access Management, AWS Key Management Service, Amazon CloudWatch, and Amazon CloudTrail. And lastly, we have Amazon FSx for NetApp ONTAP. So FSx for NetApp ONTAP is a fully managed service that provides highly reliable, scalable, high performing and feature rich file storage built on NetApp. So there's this company called NetApp and it has its popular ONTAP file system. The name of the file system is ONTAP and company is NetApp. FSx for ONTAP combines the familiar features which are performance capabilities and API operations of NetApp file systems with the agility, scalability and simplicity of a fully managed AWS service. FSx for ONTAP provides feature-rich, fast, flexible shared file storage that is broadly accessible from Linux, Windows and macOS compute instances running in AWS or on-premises. FSx for ONTAP offers high-performance solid-state drive SSD storage with sub-millisecond latencies. With FSx for ONTAP, you can achieve SSD levels of performance for your workload while paying for SSD storage for only a small fraction of your data. So next one is Amazon FSx for NetApp. First one is snapshot, clone and replicate file easily. So managing your data with FSx for ONTAP is easier because you can snapshot, clone and replicate your files with just a click of a button. FSx for ONTAP automatically tiers your data to lower cost, elastic storage, lessening this need for you to provision or manage capacity. This provides highly scalable and durable storage with fully managed backups. ONTAP supports cross-region disaster recovery to ensure business continuity. And to make it easier to protect and secure your data, FSx for ONTAP supports popular data security and antivirus applications. For customers who use NetApp ONTAP on premises, FSx for ONTAP is an ideal solution to migrate, backup or burst your file-based application from on-premises to AWS Cloud. You can move your workloads to AWS without the need to change your application code or how you manage your data. FSx for ONTAP makes it easier to launch and scale reliable, high-performing and secure shared file storage in the cloud. With FSx for ONTAP, you no longer have to worry about the setting up and provisioning file servers and storage volumes, replicating data, installing and patching file server software, detecting and addressing hardware failures, managing failover and failback, or manually performing backups. FSx for ONTAP also provides rich integration with other AWS services such as, which we have seen, IAM, Identity Access Management, Amazon Workspaces, AWS Key Management Service, and AWS CloudTrail. And that's all. Thanks for watching.